Well, yeah, I can do this one. Well, I don't have my, you don't like me to read, um, but too much information. This stuff's incredible. The problem is the brain is really bad at giving only a little weight to a piece of information. The brain wants to make everything important, okay? Wrote Bagley. Ernie Stone of Wake Forest. Our cognitive systems just aren't designed to take information into account with a little weight. We're trying to make everything important, okay? And then the way the brain works, it takes it in, parallel processes it to what we already have in there, and discards it. You know, the brain just wants the gist of something. 90 degrees, 20 degrees, this, that. It's not even interested.
If I'm over a shot, or say, how do I go to blank? I already have that. That stuff's already there. How do I get from having it already there to blank? What's the trick to that?
Well, I'm not sure it's blank. I'm sure it's being aware of the weight of the club, and being aware where the target is, and being aware that you're swinging the club. I think we're pretty blank when we shoot basketballs. I think we're pretty blank when we tie our shoes. I think we're pretty blank when we're driving a car, and there's a lot going on, but it's geared by our memory and past experiences. I mean, when we language that we're blank, I mean, that's we're cursed with words. When we language when we're blank, the thinking, if that's what we can call it, is going on non-consciously. We're being guided. We don't walk into walls. We don't fall downstairs. We're being guided, but the reason the conscious mind isn't given anything important to do, and it's kind of a funny reason, or humorous reason, it has no experience. The conscious mind has no experience. It's never hit a putt, it's never taken a test, never driven a car. You're just taking it in. And what makes the information valuable in your unconscious mind, if it hasn't been judged, criticized. Remember, the brain doesn't have a blackboard. It has chemicals. And it needs a chemical for high, and a chemical for low, and a chemical for left, and a chemical for right, so that the chemical for the center of something shows up. So Harvard, and I've said this before, Harvard Institute of Mind-Brain Connecting Education to, well, it's called Harvard's Connecting the Mind and Brain to Education Institute. The professors there refer to them as desirable developmentally difficulties. The putt we miss is far more valuable, 4 times more valuable than the putt we make for learning, if it's used as feedback and not failure.
This actually came up the other day. Say we're in a situation where it's not being criticized, and the student still feels embarrassed. How is that embarrassment or over poor outcomes?
Well, if I sense somebody was embarrassed over a poor outcome, well, we call them unwanted outcomes, I would have them clap, and they'd look at me like I was nuts. I said, clap for that. So because that's your coach. The ball is going too far as your coach. You have the ability to subtract something. You have the ability to adjust. We're not designed to miss putts. We're not designed to have car accidents. We're not designed to make bad business decisions.